Hello, everyone. It's great to walk with you again on this New York adventure. Do you know, there is a cold truth that no wall or prison can conceal. No dictatorship in human history has lasted solely because of pure violence. It survives because of the voluntary consent of the victims. George Orwell's 1984 is not a science fiction novel, but a psychological indictment of the moment people surrender. It is a warning about the death of freedom, not in the sound of guns, but in the simultaneous silence of millions of minds ceasing to think. The most terrifying thing is not that Big Brother is watching you, but that one day you realize you have voluntarily become your own Big Brother. Synopsis. The story takes place in Oceania, a superstate ruled by the party, Ingsog, and the omnipotent face, Big Brother. This society is built upon three paradoxical slogans. War is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength. The central figure is Winston Smith, a functionary at the Ministry of Truth, whose horrifying duty is to rewrite history so that all past events always align with the party's current declaration. Winston, miraculously, still retains a spark of doubt in his soul. He secretly keeps a diary, an act considered the most heinous thought crime. His internal rebellion is fueled by Julia, a young, defiant woman who cares less about politics and more about seeking physical pleasure and personal emotion in a world where love is controlled. Their relationship is an instinctive act of revolt, a small sanctuary to remain human. But in a world where every emotion, every thought is monitored through the telescreen, which broadcasts and watches back, their resistance is just a trap. Winston's journey concludes in Room 101, a place of torture, not for the body, but for the will. Core message: the price of holding on to truth. The core message of 1984 is not about politics, but about the nature of reality and integrity. The ultimate goal of power is not to make you obey, but to make you believe. The party doesn't just want you to say 2 + 2 = 5. It wants you to feel 2 + 2 = 5. The book's most powerful message is, spiritual freedom lies in the ability to declare that 2 + 2 = 4. When you lose the right to believe the self-evident, when you allow an external authority to define reality for you, you have lost everything. 1984 serves as an expensive lesson about the danger of fear. Fear transforms ordinary citizens into their own betrayers, willing to denounce loved ones, abandon convictions, and ultimately love their own jailer, all for a false sense of security. The final question. 1984 is a reflecting mirror, showing not only historical totalitarian regimes, but also the darker corners of our modern society. When information is manipulated to fit the emotional comfort of the majority. When people fear expressing their honest opinions for fear of being canceled or attacked. When submission becomes a prerequisite for acceptance. The book leaves us with the most chilling question. If the price for spiritual freedom is solitude and pain, will humanity still be brave enough to pay? And if submission brings absolute safety, how many will choose to kneel? Freedom is not stolen. It is lost when people fear to speak the truth. And 1984 is proof that once the will surrenders, everything else becomes meaningless. Our walk today ends here. Thank you for walking with me till the end of this journey. If you like it, make sure to like and subscribe so we can see you again in the next adventures to discover New York, as long as many other interesting books with deep messages. Goodbye for now.